a 360 to single hand 360 to front swing to push back to reverse mill and repeat. Alright, so this is hello all at my second usual gym today. The one with the pool and the one that I come on weekends sometimes. Today what I'm going to do is sled, kettlebell, and SteelMace circuits. I brought my 15-pound SteelMace to the gym, and they have a 70-pound or two 70-pound kettlebells here. So pretty much my goal for today is to do I guess 3 to 4 different kinds of circuits for probably 10 sets each is what I'm thinking, unless I get exhausted before that and have to change course, and do circuits in which there is one sled component, one kettlebell component, one SteelMace component. Repeat that 10 times over, switch into some next circuit and repeat. Then probably do some abs, then some swimming. Depending on how much time's remaining, I'll have to cut abs since I can do abs anywhere but I can't swim anywhere. So with all that said, this is my sixth set of this particular circuit, which is the first set of movements. And I'm starting off with reverse sled. It's Friday night and the gym's quite packed for Friday night, which I kind of like actually. Like the other gym that I usually go to is more dead on Fridays, which sometimes I kind of prefer. But I don't know, there's something about the atmosphere of a bustling gym that can be nice at times as well. And this gym feels a little bit more open than the other gym that I go to. The other gym that I go to is quite big in and of itself, but this gym has a slightly more spaciousness to it, at least I think. And also, well, no, this is actually it. I was gonna say the sled area is more open, but it really isn't. Yeah, but it feels like fewer people use the sled area at this gym than the other gym. So for the second set of movements, or for the second movement, doing alternating single arm SteelMace 10 to 2s for 10 on each side. Actually, I would not really say that. I don't know, after thinking about it a little bit more, this gym isn't necessarily any more or less open. I just think it's the fact that I don't come here often. Uh, Actually, no. It is more open. There's a bit bigger pool. There's a whole area downstairs. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. But I also think the bigger contributing factor than the openness or anything like that is the novelty of it. Like, it's nice to like get a break from the routine, so to speak. Like the same gym, the same equipment, uh, but over here, like things look different, feel a little like the turf. It feels a little different. There, the 70-pound kettlebells here are there here, but there are no 70-pound kettlebells at the other location, etc., etc., etc. In any case, for the third movement with the 70-pound kettlebell, doing a figure eight clean to shoulder press for two on each side. And then after that, just going to repeat all of this. I'm going to record one more set just to give an idea of the pace I'm keeping. Although the previous set, I got caught up talking a lot between all the exercises in the circuit. So this time I'm going to try and keep the pace that I was keeping before I started recording. So I did a lot of sled yesterday too, but the sled does most sled movements, or I think you could even say all sled movements, don't have an eccentric phase, and so the recovery, you're able to recover faster from a sled session day to day than if you did like something like squats or something like that, where you do have an eccentric phase where you have to lower the weight slowly. So as you can probably notice, I'm moving from station to station without taking any time in between. Drop that one. Let's try that again. I also like the turf in this area because whatever they've placed under the turf is soft and bouncy. So the consequences of dropping the kettlebell aren't like that drastic. In the other gym, it leaves marks on the floor, and I'll always feel guilty after. In any case, that was set 6 and 7. 3 more left, then on to the next. So for the next circuit, I don't know if it's noticeable, but my shirt's pretty drenched at this point. This is my 6th set of the second set of movements. So what I'm doing this time is doing a sled drag forward with the T-Rex behind me. So I'm holding it behind me and dragging it forward. kind of almost like a Naruto ninja run for you anime watchers. And then after getting to one end, I'm going to do a sled push back but reverse. So I kind of have my underarms dug into the pushing posts and then in a half squat and essentially walking my back. And this is a real burner on the quads. Yeah, my quads burn big time after doing that. Then with the 70-pound kettlebell, doing a tactical clean to snatch, to tactical clean to snatch for 2 on each side. As I get exhausted, my form is not the best and I do need to rectify that, but I also want to keep up a good pace. Then with the SteelMace, doing a 360 to single hand 360 to front swing to push back to reverse mill and repeat. A nice little repeatable flow where I can switch sides pretty conveniently and feels rhythmic and nice. Doing it 3 times on each side. So yeah, that's the circuit I'm doing. That was set 6. I'll just record one more set because why not? Just to give an idea of the pace I'm keeping, even as the workout gets into its later stages. I'm trying to keep the pace up, even though it's progressively getting harder to do so. One of the difficult things about doing this reverse sled push is it's hard to keep the sled in a straight line, and yeah, that's not, it makes things a little awkward, but it is what heart rate's at like 146 right now. And the 70-pound kettlebell complexes are really difficult. It'll be fun to do a lot more SteelMace work this summer when I can be out a lot more. So yeah, that was set 7. Got 3 more left. On to something else after that. So for the final circuit, for the sled movement, starting off with sled rows. So usually when I do the sled rows, I do this thing where I squat back and row, which looks like this. So I kind of jump back, get into a deep squat and row. But instead, since my legs are kind of burnt out between the sled session yesterday and today, and also the Stairmaster session, I'm kind of just staying up and focusing on my back while rowing. And playing around with different kinds of grips, so like, or different kinds of holds while rowing. So there's like reverse grip. No, you're good. Reverse grip, neutral grip, and even like rotating the hands as I row. After getting it one way, then just doing regular reverse sled back. I did the reverse sled before, but I just like the way this makes my knees feel. Plus, it's really good for mobility and things of that nature. Then, with the SteelMace, going to do a kind of simple-ish complex. So 360, switch hand, reverse 360, switch hand, and repeat for 5 times on each side. And switch sides. After that, I hope I'm in frame. I'm not able to gauge the angle of the camera too well. After that, just doing 5 deadlifts single hand with the kettlebell, alternating. That was set 5. I might do only like 2 more sets of this. Mostly because I'm getting bored of doing these sled circuits, and my friends are kind of messing around with the sandbag, and I'd like to do a little bit of that. I might record some of it, but let's see what happens. I'm gonna do a set. Yeah. So here's me messing around with the sandbag. I believe this one's 200 pounds. It could be slightly heavier, but I'm pretty sure it's 200. I'm getting it on the yoga mat because otherwise the turf scratches the shit out of the back of my hands and gets it to start bleeding. So essentially what I'm going to try and do is carry it up, get it on my and then like walk forward and try to reverse walk back. So let's see how I do. All right, here we go. Ah, the weight shifted a little, and yeah, I'm not really good at handling the sandbags or a sandbag yet. And it's also getting me really lightheaded, but no excuses. Let me gather myself again and try it out. All right, here we go. Oh, all right. So this is the. I'm gonna try and get it into a wrist or a lock of sorts. Not bad. It's hard to get it there, but not impossible. Lightheaded. Not bad. Good effort. Definitely need to get better at it. But that's probably it for today's video. I'm going to go for a swim after messing around with this a little bit more. Yeah, see you all tomorrow.